Canada, eh?
Hey everybody, it's the Canadian Card Collector here, and today we will be looking at the football card market by exploring the last month of Fanatics Collect auctions. So let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to the channel, and we are looking at the last 4 auctions on Fanatics Collect. If you remember, I did a video last month looking at auctions number 226 to 229. Today I'm looking at numbers 231 to 234. Unfortunately, I missed 230. I was on vacation, so I did not get a chance to look back at it, and Fanatics takes down their auctions every once in a while, so we only have 4 to look back on. But we get a good sense of what kind of football cards are selling, and if you remember, I was looking at a few metrics. The first was how many times Tom Brady appeared in the top 48. Remember, we're only looking at the top 48 sales of each auction. The highest single sale for all 4 auctions. The lowest floor for the 48th card on the list, and then how many cards are selling from 2000 and before and how many are from the 90s. Hopefully over the coming months we start to develop more trends and we'll get some better data, but the highest single sale is the exact same. Brady appearing a little bit less this time, and then the card floor is actually a little bit lower, and there are more cards now coming from pre-2000s, so there's about a 50% vintage mix is what I have called it, even though pre-2000s is not exactly vintage, but for the sake of this video we'll call it that. And cards from the 90s are going up as well, so there are quite a bit of changes here. We'll see if that continues. Going into the details of everything, as you could see, again, Tom Brady dominating, being the most featured player. Aside from 232, where him and Mahomes were tied with 11 each, Brady appeared 13, 11, 11, and 12 times. Highest sale, that 50,000, was the 2017 Mahomes rookie patch auto. We'll take a look at it later. And then, as you can see, the cards before 2000s and from the 90s pretty steadily at 5 until the last auction where there was only a few. We'll take a look at all those cards just in a moment. As you can see, there are some trends starting to develop here. The data set is a little bit too small, but it's interesting to note that there are a bit more cards now from the 90s and 2000s selling in that top 48. Can we draw the conclusion that those types of cards are starting to gain traction? Well, not quite yet, but maybe with another month's data, we'll be able to start seeing if there's some sort of trend. Right now, we only have really the comparison of 2 different months, but we'll see next month. So why don't we get looking at all these cards? I'm going to start with the oldest auction, and I'm going to just hone in on a few cards here. As we could see, the lowest sale out of the top 48, this Joe Burrow 1 of 1 from 2020. Interesting to note that a Joe Burrow patch card from his rookie year could be so low while some others are quite high. This 1997 Metal Universe Platinum Portrait's a great card of Jerry Rice here for 4,500. I'm not going to go through every card here. We could slowly scroll a bit. Tom Brady here, 2000 Fleer Showcase. This is a card numbered at 2000, BGS 8.5. Really great card here. Scrolling up a bit more, I want to hone in on this defensive player card. Actually, 2 defensive player cards here, but this one in particular, the Star Rubies Reggie White out of 50. These Star Rubies are, of course, a very famous set from the 90s. And then this Travis Hunter Tecmo Superfractor at the same price. Pretty interesting difference here, or interesting comparison. Which card would you rather have? I would go with the Star Rubies Reggie White, an absolute legend here. Travis Hunter, pretty unproven. Some cool cards coming up here. Again, a 98 Grand Finale Barry Sanders, a Tom Brady auto here. And then as we scroll up, another Tom Brady card. Some more QBs, another Brady. Eli Manning Stafford. And then I want to stop here, not for this Nebula choice Jamar Chase, but these 2 precious metal gems of Deion Sanders and Terrell Owens, both numbered out of 150. The Deion Sanders in a PSA 5, and then this Terrell Owens BGS 8.5. There are none graded higher, So this is about as good as it gets in terms of the PMGs for Terrell Owens in BGS at least. Looking at the gem rate data here, as you can see, Terrell Owens Precious Metal Gems 1997. Believe it or not, those are the highest graded cards. There's an SGC 8.5. There are no 10s and no 9s out of any company. So this is as good as it gets for Precious Metal Gems red Terrell Owens cards. In my opinion, this is a great buy for a long-term hold. He's a top 3 receiver for sure. I just can't see this card going down much. I think it's a great buy. Scrolling up, some more quarterbacks, of course, and then some more Brady's here. We have a Bowman Chrome rookie here in a BGS 9.5. Keep note of that as we scroll up. Another Brady auto, some downtowns. A 2025 Geometric making an appearance here. These new cards really are quite hyped up. I wonder how this holds up long term for some random out of 5 Patrick Mahomes in a PSA 9. More Mahomes and Brady cards. This PSA 9 Prism Silver even is over 11,000. Pretty amazing, the rise of the Prism Silvers. And then I'm scrolling all the way to the top here. The top card was a PSA 10 Bowman Chrome rookie card of Tom Brady. If you remember, just going back down here, this BGS 9.5 was 9,600 versus 26,400. So a massive premium at this point for a PSA 10 of the exact same card. I don't quite know if that's justified, but that's what the market is right now. So let me know what you think of that premium there. Moving on to auction 232. We're starting off with a couple Brady's here. A Bowman Chrome X-Fractor here at 3,600 out of 25. A lot of early Brady cards are, in my opinion, overlooked. Obviously, the 2000s was known more for its X-Fractors and Refractors. Very curious to see how these age over time. And then I want to hone in on this one here for 3,700, this Andre Reed Legacy Collection Row 1 Masterpiece. A 1 out of 1 in a PSA 9 as well. So this is an amazing grade for the type of card it is. Andre Reed, a obvious legend himself. Going through, we get some more downtowns. A Jordy Nelson 1 out of 1. Pretty amazing here. I wonder what you think of this. Would you prefer a Jordy Nelson Panini Prism 1 out of 1 for 4,000 or a Flair Legacy Showcase Andre Reed 1 out of 1? I think Andre Reed had the superior career, but I don't know. Another PMG here, this time the green of Simeon Rice, another legend here out of 150, a PSA 7 this time. And then 2 more green PMGs, Andre Rison and Cordell Stewart. I wonder if this was the same seller. Interesting prices here, low 4,000s for all of those. Moving forward, as we see, some more Brady's and Mahomes as per usual. And then a green PMG of Drew Bledsoe. Another great card in a PSA 8 this time. So a bunch of kind of fringe Hall of Famers or non-Hall of Famers here for their PMGs. Bowman Chrome, again, we're seeing some more of those sales. Plenty of Bowman Chrome cards. This was not a rare card, so no surprise there. Another Fleer Showcase that we see, this time in a BGS 9, 8,100. This card is interesting, a Julio Jones 1 out of 1 Superfractor, 2014 Topps Chrome, 18,000. A great card. This was not his rookie card, but a great card of his, one of his best ever probably. And then we have this 9.5 SP Authentic 2000 Tom Brady rookie out of 1,250. And then when we get to the top row, of course, we have the flawless Patrick Mahomes rookie patch auto for 50K or just over that. Right next to it, though, interestingly, we have a numbered Brady out of 35 in a PSA 8 versus a PSA 9. This, to me, this is an interesting comparison. Very similar pop counts here, very similar grades. There's none higher here. There are 3 graded higher here. This is a 35, this is a 25. To me, these should be kind of flipped. I understand Patrick Mahomes is on a great trajectory, but Tom Brady being 30,000 versus 50,000, this to me doesn't make too much sense. However, he does have plenty of other rookies, but so does Patrick Mahomes. Curious to know your thoughts on that comparison. Moving on to number 233, we're starting off again with Joe Burrow. Going to go quickly through this one again. A Fleer Metal Tom Brady BGS 9.5. I actually have this card in a PSA 8. A great card. This is actually the base. There's also the Emerald. A random 2024 unlicensed Tom Brady auto. Interesting to see at 3,700. As you can see, tons of these Bowman and Bowman Chrome Tom Brady's selling. The Bowman selling for in a PSA 8 now for 4,300, which is quite the rise. Some more Patrick Mahomes here. This 98 Ultra Platinum Medallion Randy Moss in a PSA 8 out of 66, 5,700. Again, another card that I don't see going down too much at $5,700 for Platinum Medallion Rookie Randy Moss. I mean, one of the 2 or 3 greatest receivers of all time at that price seems pretty good. This random Topps Chrome Molten Mercury Tom Brady. Very interesting. Again, these newer Topps Chrome are really pumped up, I think. I don't know if I'd prefer this card over some of these other ones, but that's just me. And then we got another Precious Metal Gem, John Elway this time, out of 150. PSA 7 NBA Gold for the grade. There's 7 graded higher. Again, $8,400 for PMG of an absolute legend from the 90s. Compare that to an NBA player, and you'd see that at least 3 times the price that it is now, probably higher. I mean, if we got a Shaq Red, if you can imagine, it'd be much higher than that, especially with the NBA sticker there. The Ultraviolet here coming into play, another Tom Brady newer card, and then we got Brett Favre with another NBA PSA 7. The premium over John Elway here, to me, screams something in the high 5 figures, not low 5 figures, but what do I know? And then Dan Marino rounding off the Precious Metal Gems here. Amazing trio of quarterbacks in this auction. Pretty interesting to see the prices always relative to the NBA PMGs. This is an awesome looking Jim Brown auto here. And then rounding off the top, all Tom Brady's at the top. 2 Bowman Chrome PSA 10s and then a Flawless from 2016. Then this last auction, interestingly, we started off with the metal collection again of Tom Brady, this time with an autograph, which is pretty cool. I would love to have that card. As we go up, we saw that there was fewer vintage or pre-2000 cards here, but this PSA 9 from 2000 of Tom Brady is pretty cool, considering it's out of 1,000. Not many shots of him in a Patriots uniform from his rookie card, so it's really cool. We got an Aaron Rodgers here, actually rookie auto at $199 for $5,000 here. And then we should take a look at this Essential Credentials Jerry Rice PSA 8. 7 graded higher in this case, but a great card and high grade. Very curious that this is not more expensive as well. Again, I think this is a great buy. Some more random cards coming up. This Topps Chrome out of 5 for Jackson Dart for 5 or 5,400 is pretty crazy. What would you rather have, this card or $1,000 and a rookie Tom Brady auto? I don't know. I think I'd take the Brady. Some more Brady cards here and Mahomes variations. As we scroll up, a true vintage here, Walter Payton rookie, PSA 9 for 7,800. A trio of Mahomes cards here. Some more Kabooms and Kaiju cards. A 2012 Prism Towel Down Gold Russell Wilson out of 10, PSA 10 rookie card. Interesting sale here for $12,600. I mean, Russell Wilson may be a Hall of Famer, who knows, but $12,600 for this card. And then another Essential Credentials Future. Jerry Rice has 67, PSA 9. There's no way there's any grade higher. This is an NBA sticker. This is as good as it gets for this card, basically. $11,400. Again, just these Jerry Rice, Moss, 90s star quarterbacks like Marino and Favre and Elway, those should be eaten up. As we go higher, a Shadur Sanders Gold 10 out of Prism from last year. That or the card right next to it for a few thousand more of Tom Brady in a PSA 9. I don't know. As we go up further, we're again more and more Brady and Mahomes here, and then we get to the top. Again, we see another PSA 10 Bowman Chrome rookie out of Brady, this time with the NBA sticker, basically getting an $11,000 boost just because of that. What do you think of these NBA stickers? Do they really deserve that kind of a boost? In my opinion, I think I'd rather save the 10,000 and have a PSA 10 as well. Funny enough, a 2017 stained glass PSA 8.5 with 2 graded higher actually goes for 48,000. Curious sale of all the Brady cards that this is so high up, but I get that stained glass is pretty highly sought after and this rare variation as well. But that's it. That is the recap of the last 4 Fanatics Collect auctions, looking at the top 48 football cards from each week. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see other information about any sport at all, and I'd be glad to take a peek and dive into the data. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon.